Hey there, this is Mr. Shabalagu. We are doing game 28. This is, I believe, the last match of the season. It is. So, let's see how they're going. Looks like nobody's... Oh, looks like Ramsey got injured. Who do they have to replace him with? Looks like... Neto, I guess? Unless... No, that's not him. Okay. Yeah, he hasn't really played it against us then. At least from what I could remember. Alright, so... to get this game started, we're gonna have... Actually, let's go into the match. So, we're playing away. So, we're going to go ahead and have Fritsch, not Galliard. We're going to have Fleurs out of it. So, I'm going to have probably Hoffer for this last game. And then Nicholas to start off. And then we're going to have, instead of Pires to start, we're going to have Schipper. And instead of Estevez, we're going to have Sawyer. Let's see, how is everybody else here? Just give... Let's see, what's their stamina? They're both at B, which isn't terrible. Probably going to give Dijkstra a little bit of game time. He's getting tired, but it's fine. He's going to get tired for the rest of these training games afterwards. So we're going to go ahead and play sort of like this. And then we're going to go on the offensive for a little bit. And then probably peel back just a hair. I'd probably say Kruger as the only one to watch out for. And since we are playing away, we're probably just going to put our deal in. Just to change it up. Ooh, I like their stadium. Alright, 42% chance for Halley's Rangers to win, 26% chance for a draw, 32% chance for us to win. So less than 10% chance for us to win. We're in 7th place, they're in 3rd, I believe. No, they're in 4th. My mistake. Alright, we won the coin toss. Alright, Sawyer to Rujo. Going for a shot immediately. DeRosa grabs it. Pole. Crossing it over to the wing. Schipper grabs it. Passing it over to Sawyer. Passing it to Nicholas. Back to Schipper, but Pole clears it away over to Cervantes. Passing it to the wing of Gander. Trying to find a way to cross it over. Cervantes with a shot, and it's in on those flurry of passes. I mean, that was good. That was good. I won't deny that. I don't know why Nicholas would try to do a no-look pass, though. Definitely not a good strategy. It's like it's only a handful of times where I've seen the no-look pass like work out. Especially, it's like if you do it in a quick, tight scenario. Oh, of course. I say that now, and then Sawyer's just backfires on him and goes for a long shot. Make it seem like it was intended. Alright, Dijkstra. Passing it over to the wing. Nicholas is not there. Mikado. Passing it over. Going through our defenses. Neto is one-on-one. Garrido. And he is flustered by that offense, I guess. Alright, let's see. We need to change our strat. Alright. Sawyer, you're not cutting it right now. Alright, let's see how that goes. Arujo passing back to Dijkstra. Bounce Schipper, crossing it over. Gallo grabs it before Hoffer was able to grab it. Kruger, shot blocked. Frolov, over to Shipper, passing it back to Winter. Pass blocked. Arujo with the save, passing it back to Dijkstra. Crossing it over to Nicholas, but Mikado's there to clear it away. Neto, Shipper trying to steal it, but Kruger grabs it. Arujo, over to DeWinter, to Shipper, back to Frolov, through pass over to DeWinter, Pole clearing it. Dijkstra, keeping it in. Arujo on the chase. Going for a shot, just goes way over. Right, Shipper, over to Nicholas. Yes. Too much of a through pass, but still like the attempt. DeRosa grabs it to Pole. To Gallo. To Rodriguez. Over to Gander. Crossing it over. Hoffer grabbing it. Over to Nicholas. Back to Vasquez. Over to Nicholas again. Crossing it over to the wing. Arujo getting... Don't tell me that would have went in. Oh, he was pretty offside. I had a feeling. Oh, that would have went in. Oh, man. All right, Neto. Pole. Valente. Nicholas, try to go for it. Rodriguez. Cervantes, crossing it over to Kruger. Frolov, Fritsch, Hoffer are able to clear it out. Frolov, Hoffer on the dribble. Vasquez, oh, come on. Oh, why would you do that? Fritsch, thank you for clearing that. Arujo, what are you doing? What is going on with these failed attempt passes? Rodriguez going for a cross, but Garrido grabs it. Passes it over to Dijkstra. Novikov with a long pass over to DeWinter, but Price clears it away. Fritsch over to Arujo. Oh, do I go for a shot? Pole clears it out for our throw-in. DeWinter, oh, what are you doing? All right, Neto, Price, Kruger, but Frolov grabs it, passes it to Vasquez. Long pass over to the wing of Arujo. Tackles Pole. They get a free kick. That's going to be the first half, I believe. DeWinter going for a shot. It's hit by the keeper. Or no, hits the defender. And that is the first half as of right now. We're getting a lot of red cards, so that definitely says a lot. Nicholas is already getting tired, which isn't good. All right, so we're going to have Ziegler start off. I'm going to have him switch out with Fritsch. And have him over on the left wing, and then Arujo on the back mid defense. As of right now, I'm not going to switch anybody, and we're going to probably keep this just a little bit forward. Alright, well, they're already switching out. What does Miranda have? Just a C in everything and A in willpower. Alright. Hoffer grabs it. Ziegler. DeWinter going for a shot. Taking a page from Pirataz's book. Fritsch trying to pass it, but the pass is blocked. Hoffer with the recovery. Ziegler passing it to the middle. Vasquez cleared away by Valente. Arujo with the steal. Over to the wing of Ziegler. Going for a shot. DeRosa bounces it away. Gander, Price with the dribble. Passes it over to Valente. Crossing it over to the wing. Rodriguez is there. Soft pass. Garrido grabs it. I thought that was going to be a foul on us. All right, Shipper over to Fritsch. Passes it back to Vasquez. Long pass over to Ziegler. He is getting nudged out of the way. Dijkstra able to grab it. Through pass over to Ziegler. Can he pass? Now, it was too close to DeRosa for... Unless that counted as a shot. I don't know. That's hard to tell. Valente. Neto's there. Garrido bounces it away. Novikov clearing it. Gander keeping it in. Dijkstra clearing it away. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and have... Instead of Shipper, we're going to have Estevez go there. Alright, Frolov. Ziegler. Pass attempt was not made. Price clearing it away. Novikov. Gander crossing it over to the wing. Vasquez. Fritsch. To Arujo. Passing it over all the way to DeWinter. Going for a shot. Come on, they need to pass over. If they keep doing these shots, it's It's not good for us. Alright, come on. We can do this. Alright, De Winter. Goes for a shot. It's blocked. Alright, Price. Over to Gander. Novikov. Dijkstra over to Frolov. Long ball over to Ziegler. He's getting nudged. And ref doesn't call that. There was like 4 defenders on him. Alright, pass is blocked. Rujo over to Estevez. To Ziegler. Goes for a shot. DeRosa grabs it immediately. This is getting nerve-wracking. Alright, Frolov getting tackled from behind. Ref doesn't call that. Dijkstra tries to clear it. Gander going for a crossover to Kruger. Goes for a shot, I think. It was a volley. Estevez over to Dijkstra. Long ball over to Vasquez, but bad touch. Mikado over to Valente, to Gander, to Neto, to Kruger, over to the wing of Marin. Crossing it over. Kruger passes, weird pass. Greedo is able to grab it. Come on. Just get a goal. Roloff, Ziegler. Over to Arujo. He's going to get nudged out of the way. Nope, going for a shot. Keeper saves it. It's out for a corner kick. Of course. All right, Arujo to take it. Miranda clearing it away. Oh, I called that. I called that steal. Going for a shot, Marin. All right, passing it over to Fritsch. Come on. Of course, ref won't give us that. Alright, well. Lost 2-0. Really tried to give it our all, but immediately got served with 2 goals before it even hit the first half. But it's alright. It happens. Alright, so Twister Town lost to Northern Lights 1-2. AFC Tribesmen lost to Playing Mantis 1-2. Team Talon lost to Boston Old Boys 0-2. And then Halley's Rangers won against us 2-0. So we're in 7th place for that, which isn't awful. And just got to do better. All right. And then this final deal. Greedo wanting 100. Okay. No, thank you. So I'm not renewing his stuff. I'm not renewing Roth. Albrecht. Dijkstra. Vasquez. I don't think it's Squirto. Just because of him in a couple of matches just not being able to clear it out. Of course, that could be something to do with the kicking, too. So, dang. Might even not have Novikov with this one. I don't know. Because, okay. So if I would just have all 4 of the defense. Oh, that's rough. I might have to have Novikov for the meantime. Keeping Fior. Galliard's fine. Not having Doyle, not keeping Doyle, not keeping Hoffer, keeping Arujo. That's fair. I'm surprised he didn't ask for more. Fritsch, keeping him. Oh, Ziegler. He's at what, 4 bars? I'm keeping Novikov, but I'm not renewing Ziegler. Shipper. Pierdas, yeah, that's fair. That's 100% fair. Minus 100. I would probably say minus 500, if I'm going to be honest. Estevez and De Winter. I feel like these 2 could really bump up their stuff. Same thing with... I mean, Sawyer's doing great. He's really the only one that's had the most goals. From what I can remember, yeah. I mean, besides Galliard, he's only had 4 goals, which is nuts. Because I would have thought Shipper would have had at least more, but he's only played 10 games. Yeah. So as of right now, I'm looking at 4,600, which isn't bad. I don't think, yeah, we don't have anybody. We have to wait until the next season to start off. All right. So hopefully with next season, we can get new players, get some of these other ones trained up, and see. I just really hope for Wells. I really just want him. Where is he at? I just want him to really have a better chance of, like, probably work on his stamina and his sprinting, I'd say. And then possibly his kicking. But other than that, most likely his jumping. But sprinting and jumping, I think, would be the first two things that I would work on. Vior's doing great. We'll probably have him up on his kicking and sprinting. And then possibly, I think kicking and sprinting and his technique. Definitely. As of right now, we really don't have a lot of midfielders, so we're going to probably work on that and work on getting more defenders and just work with what we have with our forwards. Because our forwards are doing great as of right now. Probably Estevez and De Winter definitely need upped on their stuff. And I would probably say Sawyer's toughness too. So anyways, I'm rattling on. This has been quite a season to reflect on a lot of stuff. We managed to really hold our own when it came to draws, but that's still not a good excuse for us. We really just have to pull and possibly, I don't want to say change formation, but probably getting around to that if it's not doing well. Either that or they just have to get used to it. I think it's just the main thing. Because they can do great passing. It's just, from time to time, it's bad executing. But anyways, that is the last episode of this season. Thank you all for watching, as always. I will try to post either sometime around this week, but most likely not, just because of me having to work a little bit more because I'm doing inventory for my job. So it'll most likely be around, not the start of next week, but maybe in the middle of next week. So anyways, have a good day.